Hello and welcome to my channel. I am RobertaPancakes and today I am super excited to bring you a speed build of my latest project. This is one that I am really excited about. I have had quite a lot of inspiration lately watching some of the 100 Baby Challenge series here on YouTube. I love to follow all sorts of different simmers in the community, and I have to say I've become quickly obsessed with this challenge, and I love seeing everyone's different takes on how they start out with their different matriarchs and just the overall different play styles they all have. I never really paid much attention to Let's Plays as much when I was more into just building in The Sims 4, but now that I started playing a little bit myself since the Growing Together pack came out, I've been watching them a lot more, especially this 100 Baby Challenge, because I can really see the appeal of this type of gameplay. It takes a lot longer for it to get boring, in my opinion. I think it is nice if you aren't the best at maintaining a storyline, which is something that, as I'm playing, I tend to struggle with. So it is nice having like the common goal to work toward, because it does keep you motivated at playing if, you are someone who tends to get bored a little quicker. So, and who wouldn't want to unnecessarily struggle while playing a game that is supposed to be relaxing? It's supposed to be our escape from the stresses of our real lives, but we go on here and we have a poor lady have 100 babies to 100 different men with no help whatsoever. Yeah, it makes total sense, right? So anyway, this brings us to our build here. I thought the perfect place to be located for such a challenge would be here in the Gilbert Garden area of San Sequoia. It is in the same neighborhood that the rec center is in, I believe, which I thought would be a nice place to be able to go if you just need to get out of the house for a minute. You could even take the kiddos. The older kiddos can maybe work on some skill building activities, and it's also a great place to meet new Sims and hopefully lots of new potential donors, so you can keep those babies steadily rolling in, not far from home, right? So there is also a little splash park nearby, which I've never had any of my Sims visit, but I just thought that would be cute to maybe take the kids over there on like a nice sunny day. And this world seemed perfect as well, just because it had a very family oriented feel to it. What better place to raise 100 babies than a family-oriented lot? The lot I did choose to build on is the 13 Acacia Avenue. It is a 40 by 30 size lot, and it was actually originally occupied by the Robles Ruano family, but I booted them. Sadly, it's okay though. I actually moved them into another house in town, so you'll still see them around. They do still get to live in this Gilbert Gardens area of town. I really liked the size and location of this lot, so I went ahead and went for it. And I'm glad I did, because I really love how it turned out. I feel like if you go for something a little too small, then you aren't able to expand as much. And with a growing family like this one, you want to be able to expand as, your household grows and your matriarch makes some money. But then if the lot is too large, I just think, even though you add a lot of different activities and things, if the lot is too large, then it can still end up feeling a little bit empty, no matter how many activities you try to place around. So, the 40 by 30 lot seemed like a happy medium, which is one of the main reasons that I I booted the family that lived here. So yeah, and I did want to make a point to do a one level home. So large with all those Sims can really kind of be hard to manage, especially one with so many babies and infants and toddlers. So, it might be a little much to have to keep toggling from upstairs to downstairs in order to take care of everyone. This sort of fits out perfectly, because I feel like there's enough space so that you don't get cramped, but you can still see a large portion of the house at one time as you're playing. So I really definitely think that helps with ease of gameplay, and especially when you have like little kiddos running around that could just be like hiding upstairs and here and there, and you're trying to grab them and give them baths, and you're already fighting with a high chair because those, are already a struggle. So yeah, we just got to focus on making it as easy as we can for ourselves. And that was sort of the goal of this house. Now, I did originally plan to make the exterior of this build blue, and in my little concept swatch down in the right corner over there, it looked like it would all go together so sweetly. But once I actually had the house all done up in that way, I quickly realized that I didn't like it as much, and I couldn't put my finger on it at first as to why, but I think it was the orange wood tone color of the shutters that I had before I changed them blue was throwing me off. So it ended up flowing together a little more nicely with the beige siding and then the blue shutters, and then I have the little the blue cedar shake accents in the tops of the roof line up there. So it really did all come together really, really nicely, and I'm super excited about how it turned out. Now, I placed a couple trees around, and then I started fumbling with a little bit of the landscaping. I think I just wasn't sure at the time what exactly I wanted it to look like, and then I started to get a little bit indecisive, and I knew I was just going to use debug items anyway, so I wasn't really worried about a budget or anything. It was just the look of it. So I ended up stepping aside and going inside to work on the interior for a little bit. I decided to use platforms to make the house more interesting on the inside, but I only raised either up or down by one platform so that I didn't need to put any stairs in. And I figured even if your toddler Sims should be able to, get around all right without having to maneuver an entire staircase, which can take them a while. And two of the bedrooms and the bathroom are on the left side of the house, while the other two bedrooms are on the right side. So once you need more space, like I said, it'll be super easy to place another bedroom or bathroom at the end of the hall on the right side near the matriarch's bedroom. Or once you save up enough money, you could always add another bathroom once you and your family start to outgrow the one small bathroom that we have in here. I also thought that the dining area would be a perfect place to eventually put a sliding glass door there where those three windows are. You could maybe put a door there and put a little patio outside, or you could just expand that room straight back and maybe make a playroom or activity room for the kids. I did struggle a little bit to stay within the price range of this house so that it could be affordable for your matriarch right at the move-in point. I went into this house with all kinds of ideas about the color scheme, and I must say I was quickly humbled when I discovered that we were not going to be able to afford any of it. I was still able to keep things fairly colorful, even though I was using all of the cheapest items I could find. And I am really happy with the way it turned out and the way it came together considering the small budget I had to work with. I just didn't want to sacrifice the structure of the build. I wanted to make sure we started out with 4 bedrooms so that you could grow into it fairly quickly without having to do any major remodeling. The bathroom's super simple. It's not decorated anything, special. It's going to be functional. You've got your bathtub so that you can bath your kiddos, and you've got a sink and a toilet. I didn't throw in any potty chairs. I feel like they are somewhat inexpensive, so they should be easy enough to afford once you, start painting a little bit, or if you have any really good ideas for how you make money doing this challenge, please let me know. I have watched quite a few Let's Play series of this 100 Baby Challenge, and I think most people tend to go the route of the painting, which, I think does make the most sense to me. But yeah, so if you have any other ideas, let me know in the comments down below. Yeah, so I did add these 2 baby bassinets. I know that when you have a baby, it automatically spawns a bassinet for you. I don't know how much those cost, but I just knew that the nursery was going to look so super empty without those. So you could always delete those and, make a little bit of money and then buy something else. But I went ahead and threw those in there. And then I ended up going in and around the house, and I deleted all of the columns that I put all around the walls on the outside to frame the house and make it look a little nicer. And I ended up being able to get 900 more simoleons by deleting those. I don't hate how it ended up looking without those. I mean, they do always look really, really nice when you have them placed there. It just makes the build look cleaner and more finished and put together. I did keep them around the entryway area just to sort of frame out that space because I wanted it to be a focal point along with the stairs. I wanted it to look very open and sort of welcoming. Also, to save some money, I deleted the walkway, and then I placed these more inexpensive, well, they're free, the little garden path stones, and I made a little walkway with those for no cost to our matriarch, and then did not forget the outdoor garbage can this time, which is something that I almost always forget. We have our mailbox there as well. So yeah, this is the point where I get back to the landscaping, and it all came together really nicely. I went through my debug menu and pulled out all my usual shrubs and flowers that I thought would fit well along with the style of the other foliage in this world, and blend this house in with the rest of the neighborhood so that it looked like it belonged here. And I used all of the same plants around either side of the house, and since everything I was using was free, I tried not to skimp at all on the landscaping, even around the back side of the house where you will likely end up deleting portions of it when you decide to expand and add on anyway. But I just thought it looked complete, and it ended up looking super nice. And as always, I want to take a moment to thank you all so much for watching. I really hope you like this build, and I know it isn't wildly interesting to watch as there's almost no furniture on the inside considering the budget, but it will be on the gallery. It is a nice starter home for any sim really, so feel free to use it. And if you do happen to use it for a 100 baby challenge, let me know how it ended up working out for you. And I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you all in the next one. Goodbye, everybody.